Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Way of the Matrix DevSecOps tutorial, where we're going to show you the tips and tricks of the trade to become an awesome DevOps engineer. Now, I'm going to show you today a quick tutorial on Ansible using static inventory files and how to write a simple update play that will do yum updates or apt-get updates on a remote server. So let's get started. So first off, let's do a directory listing. As you remember, the main play, which is just used for debugging. We also had an encrypted password file. If you recall, we encrypted a file that included username and passwords. But for this tutorial, we're not really going to be needing these. We're going to focus on this host file, where we're going to call this web server. And I have a config file in my SSH folder. If you guys are interested in learning how to define servers in your SSH config, I'll show you real quick. In your SSH folder, in your home directory, you have a folder here called config, and you can actually define some pretty cool prerequisites to your SSH command. Ansible will be using SSH in order to connect to a server. I have a server called Matrix AWS, where I actually have a username already defined, but if I wanted to define variables, I could say web server vars, lowercase, Ansible user is CentOS, because this is a Amazon instance, using a CentOS. If it was a Amazon AMI, it would be EC2-user. If it was Red Hat, it would be Red Hat, so on and so forth. You get the idea. Now, this format that I'm using is what's known as the Linux INI format, where you define a group and give that group some definitions. Here's another group, a group of variables. We're basically modifying this group, defining variables, and the variable that we're defining is Ansible user, and we're setting that equal to CentOS. Now, the update script is going to be really simple. We're going to run this against all hosts. And this debug, we ran it against local hosts, and we told it gather facts, no. But in this case, we do want to gather facts. Now, when we connect to this server, we're also going to have to sudo as root in order to run the update. So I'm going to say become method sudo, and the task is going to be using a simple shell module, the Ansible shell module, and we're going to say yum update -y, because we don't want to wait for a prompt. Now let's run this and see what happens. Alright, we're going to issue the Ansible playbook command, specify inventory file, which was hosts, and we're going to run the updates.yaml. And you're going to see our facts were gathered. If we wanted to do a verbose, it would actually show us all the information about our remote server, the file system, the folder permissions, the SE Linux policies, what services are running, the current processes that are running. So very, very useful tool when gathering facts. We can then bring those facts into our plays and reuse those facts. We can check to see if certain software packages are installed, and if not, we can install them. Very, very handy, very useful tool. This is going to take a while because the server hasn't been updated in a while. So I will restart this video once it's complete. Alright, updates are complete. And as you can see, there was one change. Every single time you run a shell command, it will change something, but there were actually two tasks that were run, the gather facts and our shell command that did the yum update. Let's run this again, just to verify everything is good. This should run a lot faster since it already did all the updates. There you go. As you can see, our updates are complete. Alright, thanks for watching and see you next time.